Jacksonville is keeping its official ties with a Russian city despite pushback from the president of Ukraine. The Eastern European leader criticized U.S. mayors for maintaining sister city deals with places in Russia, specifically mentioning Jacksonville. News4JAX reporter Joe McClain has been on top of this story and today asked the city's government about the controversial partnership.
Here in City Hall, there's a flag displayed for each of the countries in which Jacksonville has a sister city. Now, there should be a Russian flag among these, but I'm told the city removed that from the display as Russia continues to wage war in Ukraine. Still, the president of the Jacksonville Sister Cities Association says that tie with Russia is more important than ever now.
We are beyond government. We are at the ground level of citizen diplomacy, one individual, one community at a time.
That's what the president of Jacksonville's Sister Cities Association describes as the group's mission: peace through people. It comes as the president of Ukraine called on U.S. mayors to abandon their relationships with sister cities in Russia as the invasion of his country continues. He recently delivered a video message to a U.S. conference, specifically naming cities: Chicago and Moscow, Jacksonville and Murmansk, San Diego and Vladivostok. Jacksonville has been sister cities with Murmansk since 1975, and Frink said if the city ever wanted to end that partnership,
at this point, there's no mechanism to dissolve a sister city. It just simply goes into a hiatus state or a dormant state.
And that's been the state of Jacksonville's relationship with Murmansk, Russia since 2017. President Zelensky says that U.S. cities should cut these ties with Russia as a means of further isolating Putin's government. But the National Sister Cities Organization disagreed. Part of its statement saying, while suspending or ending a sister city relationship to register disapproval of a foreign government's actions may seem, on the surface, like a positive policy protest action, it has the complete opposite effect, closing a vital and oftentimes last channel of communication with vulnerable or isolated populations.
If you aren't talking to the people who are warring, even though you may not be a part of it, someone has to be that mediator for peace. And if we could send any message, it would be, let's have peace.
Next month, Jacksonville is set to host the Sister Cities International Southeast Conference. It's expected to draw diplomats from multiple states and at least 4 different countries. But we're told the Russian delegation was not invited to the event. Joe McClain, Channel 4, the local station.